When God is silent, it's not because he's absent. It's because he's saying something so deep your spirit has to quiet down to hear it. Silence from heaven can feel like abandonment, especially when you've fasted, prayed, begged for clarity. And still, all you get is the loud echo of your own thoughts. But what if the silence isn't a rejection, but a sacred invitation? You think he's withholding, but what if he's watching? Watching to see if your faith stands even when your feelings fail. Because true faith is trusting him when there's no sign, no sound, no shift. Remember Job, he cried out, was blameless, and yet heard nothing for what must have felt like eternity, and still he said, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust him." When God is silent, he's often preparing you for something weightier than you prayed for, because noise belongs to the world, but glory descends in quiet. If you're in a silent season, it may be because he's removing idols you didn't know you had, like the idol of always needing to feel his presence instead of trusting his promise. Sometimes the silence is surgical. He's cutting out pride, insecurity, and dependence on emotion to build the kind of unwavering trust that doesn't collapse under pressure. In Exodus, God was silent for generations while Israel suffered in Egypt, but when he moved, it was through fire, plagues, and parted seas. His silence isn't random, it's timed. Ecclesiastes says there's a time to speak and a time to be silent. He's the author of both. You may feel like you're stuck, like you're being ignored, but really you're being refined. Daniel was thrown into the lion's den without a word from God. No angelic announcement, no warning, just silence. And yet that silence didn't mean God wasn't moving. It meant the lions would be silenced instead. Silence often comes right before a breakthrough, because it creates space for spiritual recalibration. God may be silent because you've been surrounded by too many voices, and he's stripping them away to make room for his. In Mark 4, Jesus slept during the storm, not because he didn't care, but because he already gave the word. Let us go to the other side. His silence was confidence, not neglect. And maybe that's what he's saying to you now. I'm still in the boat, even if I'm quiet. You don't need another sign, you need stillness. His silence can be a test of maturity. Do you worship when you don't hear? Do you obey without applause? Do you stay faithful when the spotlight turns off? Some of God's loudest works happen in silence. Seeds grow underground, bones knit back together in the dark, and Jesus rose from the dead in complete stillness. If God is silent in your life right now, it's not punishment, it's positioning. He's stretching your capacity to trust beyond what you can sense, and building a foundation that won't collapse under spiritual drought. You don't realize it yet, but silence is a sacred language. So don't despise the silence, discern it. Don't try to fill it with your own noise. Sit in it and ask, what are you forming in me here? Because when God speaks again, mountains move, doors swing open, and things shift that you didn't even pray for. But if you can survive his silence, you'll be ready to carry his sound.